I titled this lecture without Andrew's consultation as Andrew Jackson, Robots that Go.
Oh, I see. I see. Yeah.
And this is because this year, when was the last time you missed a US Go Congress?
2010.
Okay, so in 8 years you've been to every US Go Congress, except this year.
I missed this year.
You were off busy playing with robots.
I was actually, I was giving a talk on MiniGo, which is an open source implementation of AlphaGo 0 that is...
you talk about talk.
Anyway, it's an open source implementation of AlphaGo 0. It's professional level. It is not as good as Leela 0 for reasons that vex me highly, but anyway, but that's all a different subject. And if you guys want to hear more about the details, I'm more than happy to wax on about them at length. But basically, I've been watching a lot of really bad Robot Go in the last 6 months to a year, trying to give a talk about what it's like to try and reproduce the research that they did. I'm not affiliated with DeepMind. I'm not related to them in any way. I'm just a Go player who's been trying to reproduce it and have convinced people to give me access to some of the Google supercomputer, which for some reason they're like, yeah, I guess we can do that again. I mean, but I hope none of my management chain is watching. So if you are, this is all really important for us to do, guys. But yeah, so that's also.
So yeah, you've been busy with robots and avoiding humans.
Right. In this case, giving a talk because this is all open source. This is all the code is all available, the data is all available, the research is all available, and it's pretty different from what DeepMind did, which was super top secret. And also, they're focused on the research, whereas this has been more about taking that research and running it on infrastructure that anybody can use. So that's the hope. Of course, there's other complications like graphics card drivers.
Quick question: do you guys all know what AlphaGo is?
Yeah.
Maybe not Dylan. You got a word. Do you know what AlphaGo is?
No.
Okay,
Oh,
so
cool.
So within the last 3 years, we finally have robots, computers that can be humans at Go.
We thought they were like 20 years away,
Yeah,
right up
and
until they were
artificial
here.
intelligence is happened, right?
So-
Between neural node networks and deep learning and all these sort of advanced AI techniques. So it's really big news in not just the Go community, but in the world, like futuristic. The future is now, people.
In particular, AlphaGo 0 was interesting because it started from no human knowledge whatsoever. It started from randomness, it played itself, it figures things out, and it figured out how to become professional level, but it still has some really bad caveats, like it doesn't know how to do ladders. So it's astonishing. It's like it can beat a pro, except if there's a ladder involved. Anyway, so like the research paper mentions, that it discovers ladders late in training, which is like, well, okay, until you've thrown a supercomputer at the problem, you don't really establish just how far, like that's perpetually farther away, right? It's like, just trust us, you'll get there. They'll get there at some point, it'll figure out ladders. Anyway.
And this story is personal for Andrew because he's been working on this robot for how long has it not learned, how long?
Well, we've, just a couple months, I think, at the point that we would have the ability that it should have learned ladders.
Okay.
So,
well, I've played the robot once.
Yeah.
And I won.
It wouldn't happen now.
I am not playing it again. Do you understand?
Would you
because I am now
retire?
undefeated against your robot. Your Go playing robot.
That's fair.
I have an undefeated record.
Undefeated.
Right now you 1 for 1, you don't want to blow it.
That's right. Exactly. You know how this works.
Exactly right.
So anyway, I wanted Andrew to come out of his little computer world and come play some Human Go.
Right.
So we welcome him here to our class today.
Thanks, everyone.
You want to play a normal game? What do you guys? Do you guys just want to see us play normal Go, or do you guys want to do some sort of crazy Go?
Fight.
All right. Yeah. Normal Go.
You could talk about some of the things that MiniGo does in its evolution.
Are you taking
Would that be interesting? Oh, well, you already know you're going to guess correctly. He always gets this right. I still don't know how. Ha! Oh no! This is the first time in like 6.
That was in the other hand.
That wasn't.
That's right, I held one like this.
Approach.
I don't think I did that, but I might have. Should I do it again?
No, it's fine.
Oh, okay.
What color would you like to be?
I'll take black.
Wow.
I'll take black.
Wow, but all the robots like white.
All the robots like white, that's correct. So at the beginning, they all like white because it starts not knowing how to do anything. And then white figures out that if it passes, it'll win. So white passes a lot. So then black wins a lot. And then white's like, oh crap, I need to figure out how to play this game. And then black figures out. And then white figures out how to play in response. And then after that, white always wins more of the games. This is
when you teach a robot from nothing. Right?
From nothing, right? And this is
a robot doesn't know how to play Go, and you teach a robot. It's like, oh, passing is cool.
This is like 20 million games later. It's playing professional Go, but the first, 100,000, they're real bad. They're real bad.
All right, as you were.
Oh, I guess I get to start this match.
That's what black gets to do.
All right, that's how you do it.
If you can have passed, from what I understand.
I could.
You've been watching a lot of bad robots play.
I could. Would I win? How are we counting this here? By Trompe-Taylor rules, it's white by 7.5 on this board.
Yeah.
Right. So let's not do that.
What's the question? Oh. So my strategy, because Andrew's been watching all these robots and AIs play Go, and I've only been nominal. I've been doing it too, but I'm sure you're doing it way more than me. Because I feel like I should be playing much more traditional human-like moves in Joseki to throw you off your game.
That's where you'd be shocked. Actually, there's a whole lot of the 3-4 Joseki with the low approach. That happens a lot. You never see this one. The computer almost always.
See, I'm already throwing you off.
And this is the Joseki. It just does this, and then they just
go away. Yeah.
Just go away. That's right.
Yeah, but I'm doing this.
Approach.
I'm still doing this. Don't change my move.
Okay, well, I'm change my move. All right.
Are you doing this?
Yeah.
I will continue to play human-like.
Okay. Well, everybody makes mistakes.
I'm about to trick him into playing a very human move here. He's going to get away from his robot. Oh, he played a robot.
In addition to nonsensical tanukis,
Would you guys play here?
this is the
I probably would,
Yeah. This is a human move.
that's normal. But it's all human because this one is human. Like there is not a lot of white kamoku, white diagonal at all.
Leela Zero played this.
Yeah?
I think I've seen the
Really?
recommend this move.
All right. Leela Zero also is better than us. So Leela Zero, when I say Leela Zero is better than Minigo, one of the things that they did differently was they just decided to add a whole bunch of games played by Facebook's AI called Elf, which is sort of like, this is definitely a computer move.
That's a computer move.
Elf is essentially an already finished network. So to have just taken a bunch of games played by something that's finished, to me, it sort of doesn't tell you if their approach would have gotten there. So
That's interesting.
some people would just say that that's cheating. Some bitter people would say that, but luckily.
I did
don't
get to
know.
play Elf at the US Go Congress.
Oh, did you?
That's right.
How did it go?
It was the most demoralizing game of Go I have ever played.
The most
my
demoralizing game since
Yes.
the last time we played? Is that?
No. That was embarrassing. There's a difference between embarrassing and demoralization. Embarrassment and demoralization are different emotions.
I feel like mortification is just a standard feature of playing Go on,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the game, Elf especially, wants to win by half a point. And so it'll let you get away with just bullshit after bullshit and be like, sure,
Because it already thinks it's so far ahead.
Exactly.
That's the problem.
And it doesn't try to smack you down.
That's right.
It doesn't fight.
That's right.
It just says, oh, you took a 20-point move? I'm going to take a 21-point move. And it just tanukis constantly. Like
Seriously,
you
you're-
can't have a conversation with it. It's like having a conversation with a crazy person. You know?
No, I
It's like, I think the weather outside is nice today. Isn't it gorgeous? And Elf's sitting there going, there are demons in the ladders.
Right.
And you're going, oh, that's interesting. Do you worship the Antichrist? And the Elf's like, I would like a glass of water now. What's going on?
There's a little bit there. I think it's more that it's constantly having a global perspective. I don't know about these other features.
That's
that
how
we're
you
discussing.
feel. Because look, I play a move here. If you're a human, you feel something. Like you feel like, oh, you came here. That's mine. I'm going to respond in this way. I'm going to respond defensively, or I'm gonna say, now we do something, or I'm gonna say, you know what, that's the wrong direction. I'm just gonna take this side, right? You make a decision. When you play Elf, you do not feel that decision is being made.
Interesting.
On any level.
Interesting.
And so it's like wet noodles in Go form. It's just.
So the Elf network is very opinionated in the sense that it always has a very sharp distribution of the moves that it's exploring, and it has a very sharp like when I say a sharp distribution, I mean it was only looking at a couple moves and nothing else. And its confidence about the score is very high. So if you're estimating the score of who will win between like 0 and 1, its estimates are always close to 0 or close to 1, which means that it's, I don't know what that means. It's
cocky.
contest. I don't know about that. You want to learn a computer Joseki here real quick? I'll show you.
Sure. I was going to tell you what I was doing, but
you almost never see the slide. One of the most consistent Joseki that you see is that attach. Go ahead.
All right.
The attach, a hane, and then another hane. This is one of the most consistent Joseki that I see here.
Wow.
And then the choice is it's usually this, and then black connects and white extends, which is almost a worse variation of it, but it's very stable over almost the whole run. Sometimes you see this one. Black will play here in exchange for this.
wow.
And then black will sometimes push and white will push, depending on, I don't know. It's a nonsense, just I've never seen this sort of thing here.
This is very, very strange.
Very strange, very strange.
There's this one, you guys know this one? Human move? It accomplishes almost the same thing,
And in fact, it can transpose, right?
right?
If white comes back to push, and I block,
And
now if white
because-
played here, black
back
would
in-
need to make one of these connections.
That's right.
Right.
We're back in AI land, but this is bad for white.
Because why would you want to make this exchange?
Yeah,
It
exactly.
doesn't really make sense. So this is one of the ways in which we don't understand what, like,
Yeah.
the computers seem to get trapped into what don't make sense to us, but works for them, so anyway.
All right, so here, I'm gonna talk some human speak. So far we've done a bunch of things on this Go board. I've kind of been greedy on the bottom two corners, just saying both corners are mine, get out. And Andrew has built a fairly low position except for one high stone, right?
Well, this one.
On the bottom.
Oh, on the bottom.
On the
Yeah,
bottom.
sorry,
This is a fairly
We're just
defensive-
looking on the bottom.
Yeah, non-optimistic position. You try to get a little optimistic here, saying, "Oh, I'm going to build something big here."
It felt really bad to be flat.
Oh, it'd be so bad. But what's the problem with this move?
I've got some weaknesses later again.
Yeah, there's this move here later that
Yeah.
white can play and split. And even though he dug in really deep, all these third line moves, that white's not unhappy here.
Yeah,
I feel very good about the bottom. Even though it looks like black got a big bottom, this is not big. This is actually a burden for black because white has this move. And if
Sometimes
black
a big
defends it,
bottom is a burden. Is that what you're?
sometimes it is. It's always an asset, but sometimes it's a burden.
I see. It's terrible. It's terrible.
You started out.
All right.
All right. If black defends over here, white has another move. This gives white an even bigger corner and prevents black from getting anything large here. And white's also undercut the base over here. So again, black doesn't have anything to be optimistic about at the bottom. Black is just there.
Another way to say it is that this isn't a big territory. I'm not expecting to make territory all the way across because of weaknesses on multiple sides and in the middle. I won't be able to close the territory in one move.
Now on the other hand, the right-hand side is fairly interesting. When black has this and white has this, both players can actually develop this on a large scale. So this is interesting. This is also really interesting. White can make quite a bit of chunk of points here. Same for black. So this move is very important. And this area isn't as important. As long as white already has a stone here, as long as the stone doesn't die and suffer completely without getting compensation, white's not interested in anything up here. White just wants not to die.
That's something I find have a little trouble with that, because in my games, that typically is where I don't get in at all.
Oh yeah, you just let your opponent make something.
You're
bigger.
saying that if by some way you can save that white stone, then by definition, it's reduced black.
Yeah, let's assume this stone is alive, which is not a good assumption to make. But if we can get to that point where like black can't kill the stone and get a lot of profit from it, this stone is low. And later on we can shoulder hit like this. You gonna play this one?
And push and then slide.
Okay. But if you do that, if you do it this way, you like what did white get over here?
Yeah, this looks pretty nice.
Right?
I would probably have to come up with something nice.
You can't do this.
Yeah, I can't do this. But this would be a standard continuation, right?
So if black answered this way, then I would feel a little bit like, oh, okay, he's trying to be optimistic here, and he's vacating less of the corner back here to emphasize this and this.
So if black played high like right there, then you might be more interested in putting another stone.
And
up.
protecting here?
I'd be very interested in protecting over here.
Yeah, okay.
Wow. I totally disagree.
Disagree?
Yeah, I think if you play high here, I would be more interested in settling by attaching. Or
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's
because if you
Well,
extend out, I'm really happy to make this formation. Right?
I think we're in agreement. But
Okay,
with different
we're
vernacular.
loudly
I'm
in
saying,
agreement. Let's go.
I'm saying I'm considering tanuking here.
Okay.
Right? Is what I'm saying, right? I'm saying this side and this side are very attractive, and because this stone's low and able to be reduced later, I don't feel like this area is as valuable. That being said, it's really hard to tanuki because obviously he can still push.
What's
me
cool
around.
is we disagree on this assessment, and that's fine. So we'll see what happens. I mean, I think we agree about the bottom,
Oh, definitely, yeah.
but as far as whether this side is more urgent than the top, like your. Anyway, we can agree to disagree. Seems fine.
I'll take that side. Kicks. Oh. Did I need to think about this more?
I don't know. I can't do ladders.
Is that the problem with being a robot?
One of them.
I see. Okay. All right. Maybe I have to think more.
So
my plan move is this attachment.
Right.
Right. If you guys are single digit, you should know this move.
Right.
And if you're a human player, I'm gonna emphasize human here. This is not what the robot would do. In my belief. You're the robot expert right now,
Maybe.
right?
Yeah,
No,
go ahead.
you're the robot player.
Maybe.
Okay.
Some of them would, some of them wouldn't.
Anyway. White has a continuation like this where white can kind of fight and get something.
I would be deciding between pushing or going here. Yeah, and I have some problems.
Yeah, you have.
I have
some
a
problems.
cut here, and the problem with the cut is that I have to answer here, but if there's a sentai move out here, this might just eat me up. This is a nice Tsuji Dino. So that would be bad. And so that's certainly something that I have to read. Let's see, where were we?
But I'm convinced he wouldn't play this way.
That's right. That's right. What am I going to do instead?
You're gonna play the stupid robot move.
The stupid robot move?
Yeah. If I play here, oh, that's a stupid robot move.
It's one of them.
Oh.
You're thinking I'm going to do this?
No, I'm thinking to do that.
This one.
Yeah.
So how is this different? Let's go ahead and push and cut. It's a choice, possibly. I have to worry about the Hane here. I think first.
I need a move here.
Yeah. So which one?
Can I descend?
In that case, I'm
get
gonna
this Hane.
forget this stone and focus on this stone because white Hane here is really, this empty triangle is really short on the piece. So how is he to save these two stones? It's tricky. If he plays out here like this, to really try and hang on to these two cutting stones, I might be happy just to do something like this, in which case I have some follow-ups here and he has a burden here. I don't know, this is complicated. This is complicated. But if we look at that other robot move, if he really insists on going this way, how is this different? Well, in the other one, he'd gotten this move, right? Whereas in this variation, I've managed to, by playing here first, he's now here like this. So if he wants to save these two stones, he has to turn. But that really changes things here. I can think about this cover and now just go straight for capturing race here, or I could even Hane over here and still think about what's going to happen here. What do you think, Nick?
I don't know which is better.
Right? It's hard.
Here, let's go back to the game.
Let's go back to the game.
And here's what we're gonna do. Instead of looking at all these variations, I can't tell which we have to keep playing like another 20 moves.
Yeah.
To actually evaluate.
Yeah.
Those fighting positions.
Yeah.
So this is the game move.
Right.
Okay, we're playing that.
You're just gonna play that one.
We're just playing that. And now all those variations we just sort of showed you and kind of bored you and made you fall asleep.
Hey, at least
I said we. I said we, not you. I said we. We bored them.
Oh,
Yeah.
were you bored?
I mean,
You were a little bored. That's okay. You can admit it. It's fine.
I wasn't bored.
It was a little boring. A little
There weren't
boring.
any good jokes during that sequence. You know, now you have to decide one of the variations and then we'll proceed. That's much more exciting, right?
Okay.
So, is he going to be a robot? Is he going to be a human? He just looked at all the variations. He should be able to tell me which one is... Like, we were looking at variations that benefited you, right? We weren't looking at my variations. We were looking at your choices.
Yeah, that's true.
So we just spent like 5 minutes looking at your move for you.
That's right. I should know already, huh?
I should get a handicap stone.
Well, do you want to change your move?
No, I want a point. I want compensation.
You're the one hyping up my response here as
That
playing a
stone's
robot.
captured now. This is mine.
That's some hot nonsense. Here you go. Have a move.
Oh man, what is this?
It's another.
This is not a thing we talked about.
You didn't really know his plan.
I don't know.
Great. That's what I like to hear, Nick.
I feel like Hane's always the right answer, right?
Sure.
Or one space jump.
One space jump in this situation is rough.
One space jump?
One space jump is not right.
Probably not. Probably not.
What about Tanuki?
When in doubt,
Yeah, that's what the cool kids say.
So incidentally, according to his other analysis here, I think this was the biggest side because the point that I wanted to get to was this one or something that aims at the fact that this is kind of not a finished shape. So the stretch all the way to here, I think, was a little thin. So yeah, we'll see where this all takes us, but
I'm just asking for an exchange first. That makes this Atari Sente later. That could be really useful.
handy.
I might even take it right now, in fact. That's the next decision. I think that's actually pretty good.
Okay.
I think we just play this real crude and human style. Let's stay away from robot moves.
I mean, it's just a very early version of the robot.
Thanks.
It's just a robot that's really close to complete chance, is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
I think I can still cut.
Ooh. Ugh. Well, hot damn.
Indeed.
Who was gonna let him cut here? I just kind of presumed that.
I couldn't do that.
Yeah. I'm still kind of under the assumption that this is rough. Yeah. I am very sad he got this move in. Like, he has to get that move in this variation, right?
Yeah, I think if you go here,
Yeah. Better.
it's maybe better, but I have to capture here.
But you don't have to capture right now, right? I think you have time on the outside.
Yes, except for that this is Sente to play the clamp. Right? Right. Like if I don't play here, if I play here now, and you play here, or here, then I have to live here, I need to play, this is a basic life.
I need to play here. Because this is awful. Like, what is
And I'm
this?
already
This
alive.
stone
This is already alive. That's what
Yeah.
really the difference is. Because like this, this as, I guess you haven't got the high. You know, okay.
No, but but that makes this stone look bad, right?
It does
To
make
our-
the stone
like now I don't, this stone, I could like just throw in the trash.
Would you like it to be here?
Yeah, like I don't want to move here.
Here. Something else. This is a good one. Nick to play.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Let's take that stone away. I didn't really like using that one, so I'm going to try and just subtly remove it from the board.
I see.
To put it back.
I see. I kind of want it though.
That's something.
Yeah. I'm gonna make this stone useful before the game's over. This is gonna be a key point for someday.
Very well. Very well.
So right now, white has 2 weak groups, black has 1 weak group. So that's great. That's what you want when you play Go.
Wait, which?
I said white has 2 weak groups and black has 1 weak group.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so that's what you go for.
You are being jocular.
Correct.
You are.
Oh, he's making good shape and everything. What's the shape move?
Resign.
Ah, really?
It's the best shape.
Good shit.
I don't want to resign.
You know, each time I tried to resolve not to click the stones together, and each time that lasts about 20 whole seconds.
This is not a good move. This is not a good move either. I'm trying too hard to like fix defects. Well, because he's got this here later.
It's true.
He's not going to play right now, but this is stupid. Don't do this, kids.
It's not bad. It's just, it is go-to.
Oh, there's pizza. Yeah, there's some dreams.
Big dreams. Big pizza flavored. I'm hungry. But it is.
Okay. Do you want to go eat pizza and I'll diet?
How about stones?
You want to eat stones?
No, eat the stones. This is a hungry move.
Oh, I see. You want to eat my stones.
The hunger became metaphorical. But,
I see. Blah. Blah.
oh my gosh, what's your?
Oh, wow.
Thank you very much.
Oh, wow. But I haven't decided on my move yet. All right, here we go. This is only the second time this year I've eaten pizza on camera. All right, so here's the thing, right? These are not alive yet. He's attacking my base. I don't want to die. But just trying to make a base, that's not good. We need to be more aggressive here. So we definitely, I want to play one of these 2 moves. But I don't know which one. This one feels better, but we're both going to run out here, and that's going to give him too much more momentum. This one, I'm already undercut here, so I don't really like I want more. We can do it. There you go. I'm just going to play a move, that way I get to eat pizza. Every time you play a move, you get rewarded with a bite of pizza.
Have you heard the proverb of go running with a friend? If you're going to run out to the center, have another group go with you. It's no fun to run alone. All right, why don't I just do this first? Because I'm worried he'll just cover, and essentially I have to cut. And now maybe I'm not happy with just getting these 2 stones in the corner. So I'd much rather have done this. Now if he plays here, I'm happy to have played here. Patches up the bottom a lot. And he's still not totally alive yet. So, did you hunt it?
No.
Just extend? Now I'm happy. Running with a friend.
This move looks so good now.
It's okay.
Now I think I'm supposed to ask you a non sequitur about the
Chicken?
flames of
Wait,
hell.
we're doing the chicken and the pig thing?
No, it's the elf. I'm being like elf.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to demoralize you by switching. Although the chicken and the pig thing is pretty good for demoralizing me. What have we? Oh, committed versus yeah. In a bacon and egg breakfast, the chicken is interested, but the pig is committed. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, given that this is cheese pizza, the cow is interested, but the wheat is committed. It's as close as I can get. Stay for that insightful commentary. Thank you for whoever ordered pizza. All right.
I will pay you money.
It's Chucker.
Oh, it's Checker? Oh, even better. Free pizza!
Exactly.
I didn't know I was getting free pizza.
We should explain what that chapter benefits is. That is. I'll wait till I'm done chewing.
It's all bad. Here, we're gonna play a really bad move. But
Okay.
it's a human bad move. It's not a robot bad move.
Okay. Okay, why is it really bad?
I don't want to talk about it.
That's why I want to talk about it.
They're so greedy.
I'm really tempted. I'm really, really tempted.
I'm glad it's so dumb it confounds you.
It's confounding, perplexing, befuddling.
Is the only good reason for white to play there is so that black can't play there?
Why does it need to connect underneath if I don't do anything?
There's a connection here, but it's a really terrible connection.
I see.
It's a really terrible connection. Because if it
It's a
connects,
shitty connection,
then
Dan.
I can cut the outside, and this is still no eyes. So I'm kind of tempted to just ignore it. But since it's still no eyes, I'm also tempted to do this, in which case now there's still no connection here, and I can go back to playing first on the outside, assuming that he's going to connect. So, I don't know. The reason I don't like doing this is because there's a little bit of a shortage of liberty problem here, where his turn makes this block sente because it threatens a snapback, and that seems to be getting a little bit ahead of myself. Okay. Oh, these are the worst positions where you feel like you've got an edge, but you don't want to squander it.
That's because it's a human position. No robot would ever play this.
Oh, I know. Confounding. All right, I'm gonna do this one. So the chapter rewards program that you just mentioned, because the Seattle Go Center also has a chapter, an AGA chapter associated with it. There is free
Pizza.
benefits, pizza. They give you free benefits called chapter rewards, which you can then spend in ways that are conducive to growing a Go Club, like buying free pizza for events. Hear that, Nick? You're an event.
I am an event, but not today. This is trash.
Does this work? I'm gonna be shocked if this works. Oh, I see. You're trying to keep me from cutting. I see. Does this work though, for you? To keep me from cutting?
No.
It's kind of what I thought. Because I can still cut.
This doesn't work at all.
You got to jump now.
Sort of.
Well, I'm not going to ignore it.
Yeah, but then you get to cut me.
No, if you jump and I cut, then I...
No. You jump, fix, and then I need to. I still have a.
Oh, yeah. Problems. Horrible-emos.
Doesn't really solve anything, but I still think this is the
Horrible-em.
the best move in a terrible shape. I mean, I can make a ko whenever I want, right?
How? What? Oh, yeah. Okay.
I mean, I'm alive in ko.
He said pleadingly.
Your wife's calling me. Oh, this happened before.
That's not a good sign.
Hey, Jill, you're on video.
Oh, dear.
The archives and you're getting in trouble.
I can't hear you. Here, you talk
Here,
first.
no, can you put my wife on?
No, you.
please?
Oh yeah, you're playing.
She's
You're playing a game.
Hi, Jill.
E2 bomber.
I don't have to move yet. Yeah, this is the best shape. E2 bomber shape. Yeah, we got some serious issues
You
now.
do get S2 in some play, right? Like if you take S2, he can't cut you. Until
Right
they
now?
respond. Oh, I didn't see he went down.
Yeah, he played here, so he
Okay.
could keep that. So my plan here is then I'm just playing there. That's fine. No, it's not. It's terrible, but. Yeah, I'm pretty sure his next move should be something like this. Don't tell him that. He's away, right? I can tell you all the secrets. Because now this group has a problem. These two stones have a big problem. Yeah. It's bad. It's really bad.
Do you think K3 is a lot better than L3?
Yes. Yeah. Well, I don't know. It depends. It depends if white can play here. Yes, and there's a lot of different variations here. This one just doesn't feel severe enough, right? And maybe if you're elf and you're just trying to win by a half point, like it's good enough.
This is a variation that, well, actually J2 win.
I mean, white's still. This is really sad for white, right?
That's pretty sad.
It's really sad. It's like this would be good enough, but I don't know. My intuition is to throw the board into something much more violent when you have that advantage.
You are.
Thank you.
Did you play?
I connected it,
Connected.
which is what I believe you wanted me to do.
Yes. It is. So maybe. So I put on the Google Calendar that this was a 6:30 thing, and the default event length is 6:30 to 7. So she thought I would have dispatched you already, and that I would be heading home.
I see. Well,
I'm sorry, Jill. Now, I believe you were saying something about how the bottom was not going to be my
oh
territory.
yeah, now I'm gonna get to this move though.
Okay, good. Go for it. Do it.
Not right now.
Not right now. Why not right now?
It's a bad idea.
Why?
I'm gonna die.
Yeah. Tell the people, Nick.
I'm gonna die. Real slow, real hard.
Oh boy.
I still make a ko. Actually, I can't do that anymore. After this move, there's not even ko. So. I showed them all my secret plan while you were away.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all just waiting for it.
They're on board with your secret plan?
Yeah, no one say anything, okay?
So what I really want to do is what I'm going to do. I just want to force him to connect.
That's what you really want.
What I don't want to do is extend over here so he can jump over here, which I really should be okay with because it's not actually that bad for me either. Okay. This seems to be one where the standard conventional wisdom of even an idiot connects against the peep applies. Have you heard that one proverb? Even an idiot connects
Does
against
the computer connect against the people?
the ones that play out bad ladders don't.
Okay.
What do I do, people? I want to play that one. Now, if he can kill me, that was a terrible move.
Could you have gotten away with peeping or pushing through at R3?
Could have gotten away with pushing here.
Yeah. If white pushed through instead of connecting.
Oh, here. Like this?
Presumably you live here,
What?
or try to make a co here, or something.
Or
No.
no, those two stones are dead. Never mind.
Yeah, and he has to make their. I mean, maybe it's not inconceivable. Then what? Maybe this one.
Oh, maybe.
And then
Too hard.
this
I
one?
can't prevent two
I can-
eyes. Yeah, I can't prevent two eyes.
I can make a second eye, and he can't.
But then those two black stones.
Looks like maybe he can connect with Co. Maybe. Yeah, it's possible that resisting here is better.
Yeah.
It's
So
possible.
I should look at this more seriously, right?
Right.
I just looked at him. Oh, he has better shape. He can find eyes. But maybe he can't.
This isn't here yet, right?
No, take that off the
That's
board.
3-2.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
yeah, I'll take that one. Really. That one's useful.
Nice try.
So your move, right?
Oh yeah, it is. That's right. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Wait,
What?
I have to decide what I'm doing out here.
Did you play another move? No, right?
No, it's my turn. Yeah. Still working on it.
I took this point. Remember?
Ah.
Remember our secret plan?
Not much of a secret, is it?
Not if I tell them all. What's the best shape, Andrew?
You probably know what I'm going to say.
I don't.
Oh,
Is it diagonal?
resign.
Oh, that's
Still
not
not
a
that shape.
shape.
It's kind of a shape. It's kind of a shape.
Hey, he's going over there. That's pretty cool. We will not follow him.
You're kind of following me. A little bit connected.
What's going on? What's going on, people? What? What? I'm playing with feelings now. I'm not playing with my brain, I'm playing with my heart.
And?
My heart wants blood.
That was Takamiya style.
Oh yeah, sure.
This is. Oh, hey, Dan.
This is, you're just gonna brute force this. This is just Q style. This is 10 Q style. Everyone in this room knows exactly like what's gonna happen.
I don't know what's gonna happen. What's gonna happen?
What's gonna happen? When it's gonna happen.
So how sad are you guys about this stone? Are you sad about this?
Are you sad about it?
I'm a little sad. What is this? Look at this fancy move. Is that a robot move?
I don't think so.
That stone is not stone well placed. Be crushed. No,
Yeah,
it's
this-
not
this-
crushed. It's,
No, he's saying this stone is well
supposed to
placed.
make a ladder breaker.
I'd love it for it to be well placed. All right, we can take Spoils of War right here, right? That looks pretty cool. But I also want to like do things that are bigger. Is that overplay? It feels a lot like an overplay.
It does feel a lot like an overplay.
Doesn't that feel like an
It
overplay?
feels a little bit like an overplay. A wee smidgen.
But it's a cool move though, right?
A wee smidge of an overplay.
Isn't that a cool move?
It's a move.
And it's starting to build up the wall this far. It's starting to cut off these two stones. This move. I think that was such a cool move. I'm taking another capture punch. Just.
I'm not sure what we're keeping score on up there.
Your score? How many liberties? I don't have liberties for this.
You're solid.
I am solid. Do I go up a stone? See. This was a robot move.
Is that what it was?
That's what that was.
Is that what that was?
Oh, what? What? What is this?
I am inviting you to cut me.
You are too cool for school. All right, I'm standing back here.
I'm getting real, huh?
This is serious. This is really serious.
So I don't want to take this stone because then he plays Atari and
You get a stone.
it doesn't really do anything at this point. Like, I kind of have to take Gote, so I might as well just take Gote here and leave that whole thing as co-threats because they're co-threats to make everything live if he ignores it. Does that make
Yeah, but
sense?
in the sequence, you get rid of his ability to make Ko in the corner.
This is true.
All right, so I have a couple options here. I don't believe cutting is an option.
I also don't believe cutting is an option, so I'm glad you agree.
this is a really thin stone right now. It's in a really cool place and it can do so many things, but it's like that one.
It's not doing them yet.
It's a Leroy Jenkins.
It is a little.
Sorry. You know, it's all heart.
This is all heart. That's right. This is all heart. Hearts don't really, like, outside of a rib cage, they're kind of not that. You need ribs and lungs.
Unfortunately, as cool as this stone is placed, this stone is also placed in a really cool spot to counter anything cool that this stone can do. So,
And these things all happen by accident.
pretty much. Man, that's. I might have to play here. What's not in any trouble? This stone?
Like,
I'm in trouble. It's called any points to win this game. He has all these.
But you got those two
that's way.
He's got it.
I just had a feeling this is like going to be the king.
Really?
No.
That's his line.
That is his line.
The part that's frustrating and potentially demoralizing is you know that if you ask the computer its opinion, it would say without question that this is very lopsided, that there's only one side that's playable, and it would be kind of frustrating to be like, this is complicated, how can you say it's all decided already? You don't even know ladders.
All right. So I ruled out most moves except this one and this one. I haven't even ruled out this one yet, even though it looks like I should.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't.
Are you not going to help me at all?
I don't know ladders. I'm really happy about this one.
Yeah, dude, that move.
I'm really happy about this one.
Well,
So this is
it's how this move ended up and you getting that move.
Yeah.
Like that was the game. Like the game was already decided. Like back then.
Switching this for that is a pretty big difference.
Yeah.
in
We're
terms
really
of my
sad.
overall comfort level.
We're crying on the inside. Nothing good is going to happen to me ever again.
So we should mention that while it's very frustrating to sometimes play with computers, they can be helpful in helping us to analyze our games, because we can look at the points where the computer says, hey, my guess at who's going to win this game really dramatically shifted with this move. It can be a useful way to think about how these things work. I don't think this is that bad, though. I think that you're doing just fine.
No. Look at all these points.
Well, they're not all points yet.
You play one move, that's all points.
Well, how am I going to get time to play that one?
You just play it. You're like, look, points.
Anything. Is that when you play?
I don't know
I'm
what
not
you
sure
play.
that's what I want. But you can.
I don't know what you play because there's still this Aji here. Right.
So something I've been looking at this whole time is if this is Sente to play here. Because if it is, then I have different choices for how I want to respond on the outside here.
Yeah.
That's cool. And if it isn't, then I don't. So I can tell you've been thinking about it too, then, Nick.
Not at all.
Not even a little bit.
Not even. Right now we're playing the like close your eyes and pray style of Go.
Is that how this is?
Yeah.
Let's see.
But yeah, that's a nice looking move.
Yeah. Yeah, you want to see something weird?
Whoa.
So weird.
Were you considering G8 at all?
What is G8? This one. Yes, I was considering this one. He can push out here. He also has this Knight's move that kind of are the same thing. In fact, this is really impulsive. I looked at this one a lot. I looked at this one a lot. I looked at this one a lot. And I looked at this one a little bit and was like, okay, cool. And I may regret it. So, to be perfectly frank.
No, Frank.
Yeah. We might play a move like that, right?
Frank looking move.
Ooh, stylish.
It's not stylish, that's push cut.
Yeah, I can't really argue with that.
That's what you learn at 18Q.
Can't really argue with that. Yeah, I have some regrets about this one already.
Ah, you're fine.
I have some regrets.
You're fine.
I don't know why you say that.
Totally fine.
I don't know why you say that.
You're fine.
It's nice of you to say so.
You move like that.
But then what?
But then I'm not really sure, actually.
Yeah. I have some problems after this.
All right, so if we kill all this, we feel pretty good.
Yeah.
It's not clear I can kill this.
Yeah.
At some point, these 4 stones need to connect.
Yeah.
We're not sure what the point is now.
Could be now.
It could be now. We're
Could
not
be
su-
now.
I said we're not sure.
It might not be.
That's what we're not sure means.
Need to be cool.
Very, very blunt, right? Try to fix all the shape moves, right? It's something like this.
That does fix a lot of the shape.
But that gives him even better shape, right? To poke at the cuts later.
I don't know what black sides are gonna be.
Black has cuts.
But I bet the cuts, but
We have an extend peep cutting situation here and here.
yeah, it's their move.
Yeah, it's my. Yeah, I know it's my move, but I also have this cut.
That's not gonna be much. I don't think.
This was a big mistake. Big mistake right there.
I want to play this. I want to play this.
It's a good move. Like,
I want to play this.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah,
I don't know if you can plan it.
I'm suspicious. Okay, I'm like I'm gonna kill all these stones.
Everything's fine.
That never
Yeah,
happens.
you totally are. But this is Symphony, so I'm going to play that right now.
You should play that. That is a good move. That is a good move.
Yeah,
And I don't have. I think this connecting is the best response.
probably.
But
Is that really something? Seems to be like you really gotta respond to that.
oh, it's not entirely synthetic. Oh, Dan has a point.
Don't respond.
Dan has a
Don't
point.
respond, Sibicky.
Hold on. We gotta read, okay?
Cut.
There's reading. No, I don't.
Take my stones.
I
Do it.
I'm reading right now. What are you doing?
Distracting you.
Oh.
How's it working?
It looks like you win the capturing race by 1.
Yeah, it does.
But hold on.
No, I don't.
Let me.
I don't.
You don't?
I don't win the capturing race by 1. You win the
I
capturing
win the capturing race by 1?
Yes.
Let me read it out.
Yes.
Stop talking.
Believe this sweet sound. You win the capturing race. Yes.
That doesn't work. What? I don't think I win this capturing race.
Maybe.
Any other choice? Any choice? No choice. All right, so I'm just connecting. But I want to see the capturing race. You guys want to see a capturing race?
Yes.
All right, so this is the lead. I was telling you,
That's Atari.
it's Atari.
I capture.
Yeah, it captures, but by 1, right?
Yeah.
So I connected.
Your turn.
Right. Like I said, I played it.
Right there.
I called it before I did.
Oh, that's so bad. All right, I gotta do this.
Whoa!
Yes, you do.
This is only gonna get messier.
If I do this one, this isn't a threat.
That's right.
So I have to make this a threat so that I can
Yes.
see what I'm gonna do over somewhere else.
He plays Atari, place. So, is it connect only good option?
Probably.
It's really getting messy, isn't it?
Yeah, he's got this
It's
wedge.
gonna be a secchi.
It's not gonna be a Zeki. Somebody's gonna die. probably me.
I'm not seeing a second yet either.
It's probably someone good.
There's a million liberties down here.
Blacksmith.
So the obvious move that Andrew is trying to make work, and he's angry that it doesn't, he
Right.
hasn't quite figured
Go
out
ahead.
yet, right? Is this cut?
Yeah, I really want to cut here, but I don't think I can. I don't think I can.
Was it really necessary to defend that cut at white?
Defend this cut?
Defend this cut?
That one, yeah.
Yes!
Yeah.
It was. If I cut here and I catch these 4 stones, all of these are
Oh,
connected.
I see, yeah, because the force.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is
I like
very
these
important.
4 stones.
He would like to keep them.
No, I didn't see that.
He would very much like to keep those 4 stones.
Hey, if I get to kill all these, and then I get to play here,
Then you're winning, no question. Then you are definitely winning.
then I would feel pretty good.
Then you would definitely
Can we play that variation? Earlier, before, I think around the time when Andrew was deciding what to do here, he could have actually just basically forced me to capture these and taken the outside and actually built a lot of points here. Like, he did have that opportunity. and
Right.
I thought he would
And I
actually
should have done that. That was almost certainly a better choice
Yeah.
than what I did do. Probably because connecting here, I could have just given up this part and
Right,
kept
yeah.
up the outside. Yeah,
Yes.
that was clearly the right choice.
That's how I
lapsed
actually
in
thought it
judgment.
was going to go. But
Yeah,
then
well.
you decided to give me a chance. You're very,
It's my
you're,
charitable soul.
yeah, you were very generous.
Charitable.
I'm always impressed by your generosity when you
Aw,
play Go.
thank you, Nick.
He's trying it. All right, you guys know how this works? You guys know how white doesn't die? I think there's only one move, right?
Maybe.
Atari this way. Connect. This isn't over.
This is not over.
This is not over.
This is
at all.
not
This is
over
not
at all.
over at all.
It is. It is an open question.
He wants to kill these 2 stones real bad.
I don't think I can. Not cleanly, at least. I don't think I can kill him.
This stone is going to save the day.
This guy right
That
here.
stone.
That's possible.
Yeah.
That is possible.
That's my prediction.
It is possible.
Tricky. I'll be very careful for starting a capturing race here. I think I'm still fine. I don't think there's anything.
You're fine.
I think I'm
Sleep.
Fine. So let's just
Sleep.
defend that side.
Sleep. Everything is fine.
Let's defend that side. Oh, that's a good move. I was like, I can make eyes. Clearly, I can just play here and make eyes.
Except it's kind of sente for me to play here, so this is a good time to do
This
it.
is a really good time. Your timing is impeccable.
I think.
Go play on the other hand. Ah.
I would not like my timing to be pecked. Whatever that would be.
So I have a joke,
Yeah. Uh-oh.
but it's
We should all be concerned.
it's not that good of a joke. But I'm gonna tell you because I heard it
Okay.
today and I can remember it. And that's really good because often I just forget jokes.
Forget the jokes.
Yeah, it's an economist joke. Do you guys like economist jokes?
You better start today like economists.
You're peeping, right? I don't have to think about this. Okay, good. I can get back to the joke.
That's good.
All right, so there's this company is trying to hire a new financial CFO or somebody smart with money, right? And they have 3. They narrowed down the top 3 candidates. There's a mathematician, an accountant, and an economist.
Well, that's all right.
You already know this joke?
So,
Okay, well you can tell me. Did you play a move?
Wait, hang on. I want to think about this more.
Okay, good.
I'm gonna look at this.
All right, you can think about the joke real
Let's think
hard.
about. Okay. I'll try not to think about the joke.
You're bringing the candidates one after another for the final interviews. The final interview is only one question. What is 2 plus 2? Mathematician comes in, and he goes, okay, I have many advanced mathematics degrees. I'm fairly confident the answer is 4. And I go, thank you very much, you're dismissed. Okay. You bring in the accountant. The accountant comes in and says, what is 2 plus 2? And he goes, it's usually 4, but sometimes, the numbers get fudged, plus or minus 1, it's around 4. And I go, okay, thank you. You're on your way. They bring in the economist. Say, what is 2 plus 2? The economist gets everyone out of the room except, the one main hiring person.
Right.
He goes around, he shuts all the blinds, closes the doors, and he goes, what do you want it to be? All right. Not that funny, no one laughed.
I like it better with the lawyer.
The lawyer.
Enron was a long time ago.
What did you do? You played there? No, you played there, thank you. Oh, you're still after these people. They were good, hardworking people, though.
They're good stones, Jim.
Yeah. How do we make shape? Somebody
I'm
help.
really disappointed I lost this.
You didn't lose it
I
yet.
had a great game going.
You didn't lose it yet. It's not dead. You could kill this and just...
I'm not gonna. They should be out. They should be fine.
They should be out, but where are they going to go?
This was a good game up until this nonsense.
This was a terrible game up until this nonsense.
You're welcome. I'm glad we agreed.
I need this stone to save the day. All right, options for me to get out. Obviously, there's here. This is a Q move, right?
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
I think it's okay.
I think it's fine.
But I'm also looking at this one.
Oh, that's fancy.
And that one looks nice because it has, like,
Do that then.
things.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Q-moves often are stronger than
I know.
to get
Q
some
moves are great, right?
stuff.
Q moves are always the right
When
answer.
you're looking for just some basic stuff, maybe there's
Do the Q
strongest move.
I want to be fancy.
Oh,
Nick, I've been watching a lot of Mr. Rogers lately. I can tell you some people are fancy.
I like the Q move
outside.
because it helps, because it's going to make the stone save the day.
Some people are fancy on the inside.
Alright. Am I one of those people?
This is the only explanation we got. All right,
Oh no!
I'm just gonna take some cash.
What are we doing?
Counting the score, Nick, that's what we're doing.
No!
5, 10, 12, that's 24 points just in dead stones inside. Plus another 10, 20. This is like 40 points, 45 points right there, generously. Happily, it's basically Nick's only territory. He's got a little bit here. Do it.
Looks colorish, right?
Looks dead.
Looks dead. Not even a cow?
Not even a...
Really?
If it's a co, badly misplayed it.
Oh, man, it's not even a cow, and I want to start playing stuff like this. But I want it to be a cow.
Well,
Let's think about
I don't want
this.
these stones to all be dead. Sometimes we can't get what we want, Nick.
But sometimes we can.
It's true. You've already gotten away with murder.
Ooh.
Literally murder.
You know what? No, but see, now I gotta count liberties like on this thing, because I want to know if I can play this one.
Oh, that is dreaming big. I like it. I like the chutzpah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Give the people what they want, right?
Give the people what they want. Blood for the blood king, bones for the bones.
take 12D.
Let's just play it.
Oh my gosh. I didn't think it would be that easy.
That's a legitimate move.
That's a legit
I'm not sure it's the biggest move on the board. I kind
That's
of
a
feel like I
legit
should Hane here. But, you know.
Wait a minute.
Whoa!
It's scary. I need an adult.
Unfortunately, you have a toddler.
I know. That's the word. All right, I gotta do this one instead.
Oh man!
Yeah,
Look at this.
the other one's nothing.
Look at this. Ken has more?
Do it. If you give a mouse a cookie, something, something. Yeah, I do have a toddler. It's true.
Is there any advantage to playing the force at like 11E?
At 11E, this.
No, for white, for white.
Probably not.
Not at this point. Not at this point.
Probably. Because this isn't actually Sente for me. Like, an Atari here doesn't actually help me. And Atari this stone's not actually important. right? So I don't think that would be super relevant at the moment.
Well,
I should definitely play the top. Yeah, this is misguided. His scream scared me. I was like, "There's black magic voodoo up here." Yeah, of course.
And do you have to worry about
I know. Now I have a stupid capturing raise.
well,
Right?
now it's interesting.
Yeah, I know. I was dumb.
Yeah, it could have been a lot less interesting, and when you're as far ahead as Nick was, making it interesting was probably a mistake. Anyway, so where were we? This was 45, maybe 50 points of territory. This was another 10, puts him at 60. Me, I did well here. This is 5, 10, we call it 15 points of territory. And this is another 10, makes 25. This would have been 15, 20, makes 45. So I really would have needed to get everything here to be competitive.
And I just gave it to him.
It's interesting. I mean, hey.
So when the semi, I mean, that's hard. Not so easy.
If there's a semi here, I'm happy because he has to play these moves inside.
Yeah.
Whereas if this move was a live period,
Yeah. This white needed this move. This is the game, right? Like, white plays
I
there.
don't know. Nick got a big move. I wouldn't just a semi story doesn't seem to be
That's
enough.
not what we want. I mean, especially if I respond now, right? Like,
Yeah.
Like, what I'm going to do.
Well,
Really?
Can you do that?
Yeah, of course I can do that.
Yeah, but
But what? It solves my problems, okay? Yes. Yes, it does.
clap louder. There's a certain clap louder aspect if you're, this solves my problems. It does, I say.
It solves my problems. Yeah.
What? Read this. I don't believe.
Fine. Dan, you read it for the next 10 minutes. That's your only job.
I just have to read.
And then tell me it doesn't solve my problems.
That's all.
It solved my problems.
Solves,
But I could have also solved my problems this way,
would also
right?
solve.
Which would also give me this move, which would also give me this move. Like this one move cascades into so many more fun, exciting, awesome things.
Yeah, but
Right.
What am I missing?
Mr. Slidey Stone.
I'm gonna do the one where you like look and see their reaction.
Oh,
What do you
yeah.
think about this one? How about this one? How about this one?
I think that's pretty sweet.
We've all played that person who like plays the stones and looks up at you. Yeah. We've never been that person though, right? Nobody out here would ever. Good. I would clearly never be that person.
All right, I'm only gonna do this anyway.
Seriously?
I don't think it works, but
Better not.
I've screwed up things before, so maybe you can screw up something.
Better not. This shape is dead. It's a dead shape.
This is a dead shape. But
If I say it louder, it'll stay true. Should be a dead shape. So if Hihane's here, should I block?
no. Oh wait, I wasn't supposed to say that.
We're supposed to say that.
Crap.
If Hihane's here, should I block?
Yes.
Yeah, oh yeah, do it. Show us.
But that my answer.
Oh right, my job is not to talk.
Is it C16?
I get such good lessons in how to have a Go class every time I come. Yes, if Hihane's here and I block, I've lost. He'll play at the 2/2 point, and it will be really difficult for me to stop him from making 2 eyes. Right? If I play at the 2/2 point, no problem.
So I really want to play this move, right?
Yeah, it feels kind of small though.
But it's small. Well, it's big. It's not small at this point for this stage of the game.
All right.
Look, I mean, everything's been decided.
All
Right?
right.
Right here. That's really big.
That's what I'm saying. I gotta make cash.
But I'm also not, I wasn't, no, maybe I should have put there instead. I'm just trying to make sure everything is cool.
We cool.
Yeah,
It's cool.
Every move cool. This was bigger, for sure.
It's pretty good.
For sure. I'm just following around the board,
Ah, for sure.
being all
Puppy go.
sad.
That's the phrase puppy go when you're playing a stronger player and you follow them around. Where they play someplace and you obediently reply and obediently reply and obediently reply. And somehow they've gotten to have first dibs on so many places on the board.
All right, but the new mission, now that I've played this move and he hasn't responded, is to kill this whole.
Kill this whole dragon.
That's right.
Do it up. Why am I
That
not
was the
concerned
real
about that?
meaning of this move.
Why am I not concerned about him killing that whole
Because
dragon?
you're dumb.
Probably. Overconfidence has already proven to be one of my failings. Many numerous
He's
failings.
got plenty of force in these. So it's not at all realistic.
And on this side too.
And on that side,
Yeah, that's right. Because this group.
This is not a realistic dream to have. But how many dreams are realistic?
That's why they're dreams. Never be afraid to share your dreams with the world, because there's nothing the world loves more than the taste of delicious, delicious dreams. The world will eat your dreams. It is threatening enough that I will answer these moves,
Exactly. Yes.
which is, mission accomplished.
Oh. This is not a thing.
Back to your lives, citizens. This is not a thing. Nothing to see here, Nick.
What
Everything's fine.
thing are we doing?
We're just getting an extra liberty. That's all I'm doing.
As you oh no!
I can't feel about it. Something in the record.
That might not be a thing either.
I don't think it's a thing.
That's not a thing.
But how do I take advantage of it?
Somehow I think.
I guess this way.
So when I said it was not a thing, I was clearly talking about a different sequence than when you said it was not a thing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because this is just a double Atari. What am I thinking?
I don't know. This is what I thought too, but I'm trying to figure out what should I do with this stone. Like I can get pretty
Yeah.
here, right? So
Yeah, but I don't know if you wanted that one, right?
I'm not sure which one I wanted.
I don't know.
But I took it.
You did.
It's like, yeah.
That you did.
Black is in trouble.
Black is not in trouble yet.
No,
No, I don't think
black has all the points actually. I'm pretty sure white's losing again.
Really?
Yeah, does it count? Like what? Even though this is big, it's not like game winning big, right? Like it's only kind of capped at 50 points maximum. That's if I get end game.
Yeah.
This is a pretty clear 20.
I'm kind of disappointed with how this turned out. Not gonna lie. Not feeling super great.
I need to play a move over here.
I think so.
I hope so. But what move?
I think so. I hope so.
That one? That's such a dumb move. Taking has to be better, right? Let's take. Take! 3 points!
3 points. Put them on the board. You got it. Peep.
Peep! Little peep.
A peep.
Such a nice peep.
I wish I could play endgame.
Next two of us. Oh no, that's the biggest move. You took the biggest move.
You can't kill me.
I can't kill you?
You cannot.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
How sure are you?
Fairly sure. I'm gonna be really disappointed if you can't. Like, really disappointed a lot.
Like a lot?
Yeah, a lot. Kill me.
Yeah, I kind of agree. But I want to kill you.
Don't worry. Jill will do it for me.
Oh.
For you. For yes.
Should I resign? So you can go home.
No. So the damage is done. She has already had to put him to bed by herself. The problem here was inability to manage expectations. She thought I would be home at 7.
I see. You failed at that.
I have failed at a number of parts of this process.
This seems like a life and death problem.
It's not gonna die.
I know, but if I can kill it, I win.
All right,
If
if
I
you
can't
play here, I
lose.
play here.
Yeah.
If you play here, I play here. If you play here, I play here. Play here, I play here. You're already on a target.
But I'm expressing
Play
my
here, I play
feelings.
here. You play there, I capture him alive. I don't see. If I didn't have this liberty, maybe.
If you didn't have a liberty, that's the.
But don't you have another eye on the left edge?
Nope. This is
No,
no I.
No, I.
Not an eye.
I play here.
Number 2 eyes.
Heal Atari. I capture Heal Atari. Connects. The stone is connected out underneath. See the whole thing?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So at best, I save these 2 stones and get a lump. So that's all I've got there.
All right, resign.
Really?
Yeah, I don't have points.
Okay.
There you go.
Yay. Really? You might not have enough points. Yeah. Possibly. All right. So what happened here? This one.
That was big.
This one. Bad mistake.
This one.
This one. This one is a.
I think if I get that one,
What happened? You resigned it?
I'll resign, yeah.
Are you listening?
Yeah, I think I'm down by about 10.
Really? What about your comb?
Yeah.
I haven't counted, so I will take it. My gosh, but
So sure, we can get. Let's be optimistic and give myself 50 there.
50. Okay, 50.
What do you think I'm getting over here?
Not much, because
I know you got this move.
on the eye. Yeah.
If you didn't get this move, right?
Yeah.
If I can take this move,
Yeah.
maybe I have 15, right?
Yeah. Yeah. The problem is that I can jump to here,
Yeah.
or even something crazy like this where I can.
So I mean, maybe 5 here and another 4 there. So like tops, we're looking at what is it, 65? Like plus coming, so just over 7. Like we're looking at a very optimistic 70 points.
Okay. How many do I have?
20 down here,
20.
about 45 here.
45 makes 65.
And that puts you over 70.
Okay.
And then whatever you get over here,
That
and
makes
whatever you
it
get over
jump.
there.
Yeah.
So you got closer to 80.
Okay. I accept.
You accept my fuzzy math.
Yeah. Well, this was a nice little thing so I peeked, and instead of connecting, he cut. And the point of him cutting was to try and trick me into capturing the stone, right? Like if I had played here, and then I'd focused on the stone, I still can't cut. You see the difference, right? Like if I cut now, he can just capture the stone with Atari, and I can't connect because this stone is still on the board even though I've captured it. Does that make sense?
It's good that Dad is still on the board.
Yeah, it's good that it's still on the board. So at this point, so if I had played here, he would have gotten first to the big point.
And I win.
And potentially wins, right?
It was like 10 points.
Which means that the thing for me to do is realize that this stone still, he got benefit from this stone still being on the board. I get benefit from this stone still being on the board, and that it keeps him from being able to mess with these guys, even for my follow-ups here. Does that make sense? Like he'll still have the same problem of he can't block because that is still there. That make sense? So the time to realize that, hey, I'm about to take Gote was right here and say, oh, I'm gonna go get that big point, which is apparently the straw on the proverbial.
I think that, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Oh, but how did I let these die?
I don't know. How did I play any move this game?
Well, you picked it out of the bowl.
Oh man. Yeah.
No, I don't know.
Now I gotta go be home and stuff. I'll go be sad at home for a while.
I'm sorry. I think that only makes us even in the series.
But that makes you 2 in a row. That's 2 in a row.
Oh, that's true.
For Andrew.
Does that mean you get a handicap?
You gotta win 3, you get a handicap.
I don't want to win 3. I don't want to get a handicap. Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway.
Maybe. All right, so
Hopefully that was amusing.
that's my Robot Go, I guess. I was told to play Robot Go.
You didn't really play that much Robot Go.
Thank goodness. Essential humanity has been unchanged.
You know? I felt like your moves were pretty human.
Okay.
You didn't Tanuki enough.
All right.
You didn't play the crazy Shamari.
I didn't demoralize you completely, which is apparently what human Go does.
That game, I have to do a video about that game.
Yeah? Is that bad, huh?
No, I don't want to do a video, but I should do a video to show the world. that kind of
Oh, I
thing.
see. Yeah.
But that's going over that Facebook AI.
It is Elf.
I
It's
don't
called
wanna
Elf.
read.
It's available. You can use it to review your games if you want to do that. It can be interesting to look at so many of these.
Yeah, but but here's the thing with Elf, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is because of the style it plays, I think it's really hard to learn from.
So Elf just competed in a computer Go tournament in China, where Facebook is sort of, I don't want to say they're, I don't think they've done anything other than the model that they've trained. They didn't give it any super hardware. They didn't do, the most possible computing power they could throw at it. It was just their best model. And it still, it dropped 2 games in a ladder.
Oh, really?
Where, this is like an AI that's about at parity with something that gives Kotier 2 stones. Drops games because of ladders.
Wow.
What do you do with that?
How far down the ladder is it?
I don't know.
Gives up.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Wait, are you sure it wasn't just lost?
It might have been lost before that point.
Is it a
And
bad
they
sport?
do
Is it a
tend
bad
to do
sport?
those things. It's not a bad sport, but it will, it has to reach some threshold before it gives up. So if it's like, man, I have like a 10% chance of winning this game. Guess I'll play the ladder. Now I have a 0% chance of winning this game. There's that kind of decision making.
Well, one of the exhibition games I played against an amateur,
Yeah.
right, at the Go Congress,
Yeah.
it passed.
just straight up passed?
Just passed.
Oh, this was the Pergo with Andy and it passed in that one too in Pergo.
I think it did it do the end.
It passed in it while it was in
No,
Atari.
it's self-Atari.
It's
I don't think
self-Atari.
it passed that. I think I saw that game. I think it's
Self-Atari, that's
self-Atari.
right.
Self-Atari.
Because it's like, look, I have a point.
I have
2% chance to win. Let's
I have
play the
some
move that gives me the
real-
biggest chance to win.
I have some real questions about Elf.
Is it,
But no, the passing game was.
maybe what it's trying to do is win by a small margin, and the margin is too big,
So it has to like throw
No,
stones
that's
into
kind of its
Atari.
style. Well, that game, no, the self-Atari stones were like throwing the game.
Now, it's
was
worth
already
pointing
lost.
out, they don't try to win by half a point. That's not actually, it may feel that way, but what it is trying to do is it is trying to find the most confident path
Yes.
to victory, which is
But-
not necessarily winning by half a point.
I
It is-
don't know.
I'm telling you, this is how the research works.
It's true. It looked like it tried to win by 2.5 points.
Yeah. Well.
We
Sure.
can agree to
But-
disagree,
but here-
but Monte Carlo research is not exclusively doing
The game where Elf passed.
Yeah.
It was just winning by 20 points.
Sure.
It was just winning by 20 points. The opponent played like a 5-point move, and it passed. So you tell me that's not demoralizing.
Probably a little demoralizing, yeah. Well, and this is where things are a little funny. Like, if it passed, it may have thought that the other person would pass, and that it was ahead on the board. It may have thought.
Well, no, that was the thing. The guy the player playing,
Yeah.
then passed.
And the game was over.
Yeah.
No, then they couldn't figure out what to do.
Well, from the computer's point of view, it's very, very clear. If two people pass, you count it according to Trompe-Taylor scoring. Trompe-Taylor scoring is a really simple form of scoring where you say every intersection that is adjacent to more than one color, like this is adjacent to this intersection, this is adjacent to white, this intersection is adjacent to white and black. So these intersections, which are all connected, are all no points. So none of these are points. In fact, that basically goes around the whole board. There's 1 point on the board in Trompe-Taylor rules, so you would win by 8.5 on this board. So this is a white by 8.5 board. That's what happens on a pass. I don't know what those are. You put them up there and you're like, but I don't even know what those are. Anyway, so when I say that it, like, if the computer passed, and why did it do this? Either it had a very high policy on passing, right? You see these things where like there's any sort of ways that you can train a really bad neural network. And I've found almost all of them. It's not exhaustive. I'll find a few more, but it's quite believable to me that it just thought pass was the best move, because it is like, I've never seen a position like this in my data set, despite the fact that I've played 30 million games, because anyway, I don't think it's quite
Anyway, the human passed, and they had a whole big debacle about what happens next.
Oh boy, what did happen?
I think, well, again, this is an exhibition, just sort of like in the spirit of trying out the Facebook AI.
Yeah.
And I think they basically said, no, you should just resume playing.
Oh man.
Like, we don't know what to do with the pass, so just if you can go home or you can keep playing. I think. If someone from the Go Congress knows what happened, they can fill me in.
Do you want to review this? Not really.
You guys don't want to see.
Do you guys want to
review
review this?
I just have one question.
Sure, we can do the beginning. How are we
Yeah,
doing?
we'll do the beginning.
This is a while ago, but
Yeah.
you did the L3, like you cut it L3,
Yeah.
and then he Atari.
This healthy?
No, this one.
Yeah, that one. And then he
Yeah.
like Atari above.
Yeah.
He pushed down.
Yeah.
And like as you read out, like that's just a blob.
Yeah.
Basically, anyway. Like, why did you make that in the first place?
Because in this case, this stone has 2 liberties, and with some, this is a really good question. So he had played this weird thing, right? I'm trying to figure out how I want to respond to it.
Yeah, at this point, this thing still doesn't have very many liberties.
This is here. This doesn't have very many liberties. I was thinking about developing this way, depending on what this thing is, because in this case, if he cuts here, normally this ladder is broken. But in this case, if we're going to cut here, I can play Atari. And now, with these 2 stones on the board, I capture the cutting stones. I take the big
Short
territory.
that.
It's to short this foursome with liberties, which gives me.
And it has the potential to be worth something in endgame too.
I didn't end up liking this later because in this case, like anything up here is kind of sente, and I don't really want to go this way. Like maybe I should have done this instead.
I think you should.
This one?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, probably.
I
Think I should have done this. I just felt like everything here is sente, right?
I don't have 2 eyes guaranteed yet. You still have this
I still have
stupid
this to
move
keep you from.
to get eyes. Yeah.
Yeah, I really shouldn't have lost everything in the middle. That was really bad. All right, let's look at it. Sorry. That's a really good question, though.
They don't want to see an opening.
We don't have to look at the game, Nick.
I don't know.
It's your.
They're already leaving. Look, Dylan's on his way out. Look, he's cleaning up his place.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks everybody. I guess.
Yes. All right. We'll send you guys home.
Okay.
Do you guys really want to see the opening? Look at the.
I see one shrub and
very
not a single indication.
They've gone really quiet. They've been quiet.
They've gone really quiet.
You guys kind of talked about the opening a lot as you were doing it.
Okay. So all right. I'm fine.
So the computer beat the going again. Is that what happened?
In the exhibition match?
No, yeah, here.
Yeah.
We're playing the bad computer.
Right.
Oh.
That's right. I was playing the computer, the AI running on the Andrew Jackson form.
Ouch.
It's on the Andrew Jackson OS.
Sick burn, bro.
What is your opening code where it's like you play on the 3-4 point twice?
This one?
Facing Komoku.
Yeah, facing Komoku. So this thing?
Yeah.
And I have a philosophical reason for doing this,
Which is?
so this is purely philosophy. The AIs have no respect for this. Like so this is like if you want Go to be art
They
or
try
something.
it. I mean, they try this.
Yeah, but I mean like it doesn't give any respect to this. The idea. And the idea is that if you're white, you want to keep the board somewhat symmetrical in terms of biggest area to play. And I know that doesn't make sense because I made my area even bigger, but the reason is because I want him to play on my side of the board first, so the board naturally breaks up.
Because white has Comey.
Because white has Comey.
Right.
So as white, I want to break up the board.
So you're trying to lure him into...
Right. And so like if
Black's job is to make a really big moyo.
Right.
Because a few big territories, the Comey is less gonna matter, whereas with a whole bunch of 5-point territories, like if we divide the board up into 6 5-point territories, he's got a 7th called Comey. Right. So if in the AIs have no respect for this. So this is like artistic philosophy stuff. In this position, right, black has one side of the board that's biggest, right? Therefore, black is advantaged, right? Because now, right, in this situation, there's one. This is 10 spaces. This is 10 spaces. This is 10 spaces. This is 11 spaces. Black can continue building his side and play the biggest side. I guess.
I mean, this is not. I'm being...
Yeah, no, I got you.
Okay, if I play this way, this is also fine.
This way, it's 12 to 11.
Hold on. So now we have 2 11 sides, right? So black will be able to play the biggest side one, white will get to play the other biggest side, no problem. But if it goes like this, and white, has to respond over here, now black gets to build faster, right? So it doesn't really... White doesn't get an advantage, right? They're both players are building moyos, which should be good for black, right? Because that first move is worth more, sort of high level, super abstract theory. And black will get to make that move first. So that's fine. You did it.
Right.
But if black makes an 11 space extension on one side, and then 10, the sides are both 10, and then white makes a 12 space extension. So that makes there's 2 sides of the board that are bigger. The one is biggest, but the one that's biggest is my side of the board. And so in doing so, that's going to naturally break up the board. Right? If I encourage my opponent to play my side of the board, then the territories should be smaller than they would otherwise be.
Can I show you one Tales from Robot Go?
Sure.
Here's black, white, black, white. Black encloses, and white, because white is a computer, immediately invades
Yes.
the 3 point. What side should black block on?
The human move or the computer move? Human move blocks here.
Of course, the computer move blocks here. It drives me bananas. Why did it block? I don't understand. The AlphaGo Master teaching tool that DeepMind released does show it blocking here. They don't even show it ever blocking here. But the zero bots, for whatever reason, block on this side.
Look, it's like look, I go in the whole middle. I've got 4.
I don't have any idea. I'm looking at this and I'm watching this as this like consistent feature of its evolution, and so I have a Joseki that I'm constantly monitoring to see if it learns ladders. I don't know if you're familiar with this one. I play this one against robots all I can. So it is a 5/4 point, white approaches underneath. Black covers with the knight's move, attaches. Now, at this point...
That's the human move. Robots don't play that though, do they?
Well, this is the question.
This is the human move.
Robots should know... I think that if robots should know that this is a move... right now, the Joseki move is for white to play here. And that white shouldn't play here because there's a ladder. The ladder goes like this. And this is a ladder maker, right? Where this tries to make a ladder that goes this way. I might have the colors reversed. That's down there.
Yeah, you know, blacks.
Yeah. Anyway, I have this as a thing where like I take each model, and I've made some like 1,000 models at this point, and I say, all right, what do you play here at this point? And so many times here, black is like, oh, I gotta crawl. I can't win. I can't make that ladder and win, you guys. I gotta crawl, and it reads out like 40 moves from here. Like, what are you doing? There's a anyway. It occasionally will find the ladder, but it's not stable. It doesn't. Anyway, sorry, that's totally uninteresting.
What do you mean uninteresting?
Pretty interesting, actually.
Anyway,
It's the most interesting thing they've seen all night. It was better than the economist joke. It was better than the chicken or the pig thing.
right. So I asked 2 questions. I asked, can it figure out the move here? And I also ask if it can figure out the move at this point for white. Like, I want to see white play here and not here. And white is really consistently like, you guys, this move, really, this one. And I'm like, what are you doing? Please. But yeah, it's very frustrating. Very, very frustrating. So you get like a glimmer of an idea. All right.
All right. Thank you guys. Thank you, Dan.
Thanks everyone for having me.
Special guest.
Appreciate it. Thanks everybody. Have a good time.
Next week, it'll actually be more like a class. So we'll do more like a workshop style thing at the tables, and you might learn something.
Cool.
Unlike today.
Hey, I learned something.
What'd you learn?
I learned about the AJA chapter rewards program.
Yeah, so everybody who's an AGA member but not affiliated with the Seattle Go Center, feel free to go online and remedy that.
That's right.
Yeah.
If you want to sign
and get
up,
your free pizza now.
even if you're on the internet, you can sign up as a Go player associated with the Seattle Go Center. It would show your support for these videos. It would also give us more votes, which is kind of
interesting.
You know, or don't. I mean, I wouldn't suggest. All right.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, everyone.